Hello there guys, welcome back to the e-bike repairs YouTube channel. My name's Darsh and I take apart and fix super fun and exciting stuff. Today I've got the start of a bit of a new project. I bought myself, well, you'll see one day. Long story short, it's a little electric car. The batteries are completely ruined. This is one of the packs I hope to use. I've got, I think, 6 in total, 7 in total of these. This is a super cool, VOLTABOX battery. There you go. It is 1.34 kilowatt hours, 51.8 volts, 26.5 amp hours, 17 kilos. That's why it's so bloody heavy. 2020 battery. Now, don't really know anything about it, to be honest. As far as I'm aware, they came out of a forklift. These are its terminals, plus, minus. I'm getting 52.96 volts out of it, which is great. My hope was that each of these has an individual BMS that supports charging and discharging via the main ports here, and I can parallel all these up to make a 48-ish, I'm not sure exactly what voltage this is, battery pack. Who knows? I obviously need to open one, see what's going on inside it, and have a little look. There are a lot of communication ports here. I don't know what they do. We've got screws down the side, we've got screws down the other side, we've got whatever that thinks it is, some kind of twisty thing, and we've got screws on the bottom. They look to be Torx or Torx Plus bolts. I'm not sure. I think they might have supported maybe water cooling or something like that. I have to open up one to see what's going on inside it. It's not that size, but it is going to be, oh look, T20. It is excellent. So I assume the correct way to do this is just remove screws until I discover something. Who knows? It's probably very well sealed. There we go. I do not know. T20, T25, T20. Look, there you go. Ta-da! Just like that. Yeah, I'm just going to take screws off until I can see things. Okay, so these two at the top go into the plastic. They are like plastic type screws, and these go into metal threads. So they are, oh sorry, 3 at the top go into plastic, and these are threaded ones that go into the alley. I am the warranty. Actually, don't know how much of this is in frame. Quite a lot of it. I should be working on it that way around though, so all of it's in frame. Excuse the catastrophe that's going on all around me. Height of summer at the moment, so absolutely everything is occurring all at the same time. What's in there? Just found a battery pack I didn't know I had. It's exciting. Right, so that's off. Will this bottom... Oh, that feels loose. That does feel loose. Start by sticking metal objects into it. I think it's a good way to go. Oh, hello. Freedom! Oh, look at that. Oh, this is exciting. Immediate access to what I want. Okay. So, wow. There is a lot to deal with here. That is a huge thermal mass. It's very heavy, weighty. We've got then, God, what are we even looking at? We're looking at obviously a proprietary style BMS board, a VOLTABOX AG, I'd have thought these were MOSFETs of some kind, given that their heat sinks to that big metal plate I just took off. Excuse me, we've got individual wire taps for all the cells. Cell 14 I see here. Cell 1's at 0, 1, 2. Not sure how we end up at 14, but I'll check. Managed wires, temp sensor, I believe. Temp sensor, temp sensor, temp sensor. So 4 temp sensors, lovely. There is a little micro circuit board on here. 94V, whatever that means. I believe these batteries can be used in series because these are assembled into modules. I've got one module and one individual pack, and I think the module is like 250 volts or something, where it's 5 or 6 of these all linked together. Who knows? I'd like to, in an ideal world, get this device to be like a 96 volt type of thing, or 100 volt-ish, as opposed to a 48 volt, because 48 is a bit lackluster for a car. But we'll see. I obviously have to disassemble the other module at some point and check all that out. So, the positive is what goes through the BMS. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming that goes through the BMS, and that's what that's all tapped to. This is a bloody great ground plane, I think, but a positive ground plane. That's our negative terminal just here. Yep. Let's check some cell voltages, shall we? I'm assuming they're long cells that go that way, so just one. Look, 3.7, 3.7, 3.7, 3.7, 3.7, 3.8, 3.8, 3.78, 3.78, 3.77, 3.78, 3.7 something, 3.95, 3.78. So I think actually this is the positive one over here. So if I go here to here, oh yeah, look, 52.96 volts here. So I think it goes negative, positive, and then the positive runs across this whole board via all these bloody great things out there, I believe. Yep. Okay. What do we need to think about here? What do we need to think about? I suppose we've got to work out what kind of cells they are and what their maximum charging voltage is. Whether these are LiFePO4 or lithium ion. So if I get this bad boy, does it tell me the cell chemistry? No. Great. It's a good start. I'll have to look this up online and see. So there must be 26.5 amp hour cells, or they are paralleled up. We've got one. Is that one there? I don't think that's one there. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14S in normal lithium ion, not lithium iron phosphate terms, would give us a fully charged voltage of 58.8, I believe. Hopefully that's what we're working with. If it was 14S, so I've got a battery here doing something weird. If it was 14S of lithium iron phosphate, we do. I can't do mental maths to save my life, so bear with me. I'm going to get a bit of paper and I'm going to work this out. That's a bit of paper there. Let's do it on there. Seems safe. So 14 times 4.2 for lithium ion is 58.8 volts, and if it was LiFePO4, it would be 14 times, is it 3.7? I can't remember what the charge up to now. God, I think so. let's just go with that for now, is more like 1 times 3.7 is 37, 4 times 3.7 is 12, or 4 times 3, and 4 times 0.7, I can't do maths, it turns out. Come on, 4 times 0.7. I don't know. Anyway, that gives us something like 49 volts, plus or minus a bit. This is embarrassing, isn't it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the spec sheet of this, and hopefully I can come up with something good. Bear with me. Okay, from what I can see, they appear to be NMC. So, basically, 4.2 volts full, 3 volts empty. Now, this means that I can charge this with all my standard bike stuff and replace the BMS with standard bike stuff if I need to. I don't know what the deal with these CAN jobbies are, but obviously one goes to the previous battery and one goes to the next battery. And when I open up my big module full of lots of these packs, I should find that. This probably links to the next one, and this links to the previous one, etc. And hopefully I've got the data cables in there. Unfortunately, not a lot is labelled on this board. Excuse the back of my head for 1 second. I'm going to take a really close peek at this myself. The labels on the chips have been... No, they haven't been scratched off. They are still there. Not that that's going to do me any good. And I think it says 94 volt, 94V there maybe. That might mean that that's its maximum. And it's all covered in a conformal coating, by the way, which is great. And with it being its maximum, that I think, excuse me, means that you can series these up. But I don't know if it's just going to, if I just decide to series them up however I feel like it, if that's going to work and equate to a working battery pack. What I suppose I have to do is you test this battery, so get it fully charged, and then discharge it and see if it automatically cuts off at a safe voltage, if this BMS is doing what it should be doing without being able to talk to whatever kind of central system it needs to be able to talk to. So I think that's where I'm going to go with this. This is just going to be one part in a vast quantity of nonsense I'm going to be uploading about this whole deal. But it's great, looks like it's usable. Could even stick this in an e-bike, really. Bloody great thing like that, it's great. You probably just swap out BMS. There seems to be room in there, there's ample space. Height, there must be, well, ample. And hopefully on the back of this is a bloody great bus bar that runs across. Should we undo this? Is that what we should do? Should we undo this? Let's undo this. Oh, I'm dropping things. Expensive things. Let's see what kind of Torx bit that thinks it is. It's not that size. Is this a hand job? It's probably... Oh, that's not what I meant to say. Is this something I should do by hand? I think is what I meant to say there. Right, there's one screw. Let's have a little peek underneath, shall we? I can't help myself. Two screw. You never know, I might drop a bus bar across things and we all explode. Think of the content. 3 of those. And 4 of those. These are T10s. Of course, the safest thing to do is just pick it up with your bare hands. Oh, I'm not going to get a lot of movement on this, am I? Okay. The BMS doesn't appear to cut it off. Because the bus bar is not moving. Yeah, no, I don't think it does. I think this is not something that the BMS cuts off. Bugger. Because I can do that the bus bar does not move, which means it's just connected. So I don't think these are MOSFETs, because no power is going through this dinky little circuit board. No, they're not MOSFETs, they've only got 2 legs. They'll be something to do with balancing, I suppose, I guess. Yeah. Well, the more you know. It may yet be that I end up taking this whole board out, or all the cells out of all these packs out, and reassembling them into custom battery boxes that are completely full of these cells. So essentially I only use the cells and I put a new BMS across them, and then I can make up whatever voltage I wanted, I suppose. But I'd like to use all their bus bars and make life much easier. Because if I want to build some of these in parallel, or series, interesting. I don't want to make custom bus bars. That sounds expensive. Sort of the entire premise of this idea was for it to not be very expensive. It's half the fun, isn't it? But we shall see. Thank you for watching this first little section, and when there is more to report, I will update you. Bye bye.